We're going to talk about modifications or props that you can use when you have tight hamstrings. Hamstrings are the muscles at the back of the legs. They cross over the knee. They connect to your sit bones. And many people, men more than women, have tight hamstrings. When you have tight hamstrings, it means that sitting upright with your legs forward in front of you is going to be difficult because the hamstrings will pull your pelvis backwards, and you can try to sit upright, but they're actually stopping you from doing that. So the first thing you can do, and we're going to talk about it a lot in the classes, is bend your knees. The moment you bend your knees, the hamstrings become more loose, and then you can move your pelvis up or forward and sit upright, which is extremely important when you do sitting exercises. The other thing you can do is use a little prop. So I have a block. This is called a yoga block, and you can buy it in many, many places. Or simply, you can use a firm book. It can be as thick as that. It can be thinner. It can be thicker. Depends on how much you need it. And what it does basically is when you sit on the block, your sits bones should be on the block. It just gives you that a little bit extra length, a little bit of extra lift. So if before maybe you had to bend the knees that much to sit upright, maybe now you hardly need to bend them at all, or maybe they can be straight now. And that helps you feel what the exercise feels like in the body when the legs are straight and you sit upright. So that might be a good solution for you for a little while. And as your hamstrings become more flexible, then make sure to start working without the block. Always with a prop, make sure that you don't become dependent on the block. You only use it for as long as you need to. It can be a few weeks, a few months, maybe forever. But keep trying not to use it. The other thing I want to mention is exercises when we work with straight legs. So one example is hamstring pull. Okay, this movement may well be impossible for many, many people because the backs of the legs, the hamstrings are tight. So it's absolutely fine to do it with a bent knee. Okay, the exercise is about abdominal control while we do the movement, and it's just as good. It's equally as good for you at your stage. You get the same things from the exercise, but you just modify it for the bent leg. Another exercise that is a very good example for that is the leg circles. When we do the full form of the exercise, we have a straight leg and we circle it around. Sometimes we're even going to flex the foot to do the leg circles, and that means that you really need to have flexible hamstrings and calf muscles. Again, it's equally good if you bend the knee. You might even have to bend both knees, and you stabilize your pelvis, and you do the movement with the leg. So the principle is, when we do exercises that you feel that the hamstrings are too tight to allow you to do the movement properly, then either bend the knee a little bit and make the movement the same as we do on the videos, or whenever we do sitting exercises, if you want to use one of these blocks or a book that you have at home, then go ahead and use it for as long as you need to.